Here are the pieces necessary to make the strut caddy, or just a strut. As you'll see, there are the two triangles first. Those are what holds the pocket open. And the insert, the card that I'm using, in lieu of a card that's a plastic or it's just a thick index card sort of paper that I'm using at this point. But I would use something something a little thicker, and maybe something plastic, something along that line, and something definitely waterproof for longevity. This is the straps. This will form the belt loops in the back, and also to secure the front. And then there's two versions here. You can use the long version. I'm going to show you how to do a long version with one long sheet of fabric. Again, something preferably would be, if you want something that can be washed, I would say a thick denim, or a leather would be possible also. The shorter version of this is to use 3 strips, and I'll show you how to use that, 3 strips as opposed to the 1. Of course, that would mean more time, but it will have a different sort of finish at the end. Okay, so we'll start there. I forgot to include the parachute buckles. This is also something that's going to hook the pocket together so that they can enclose the phone and the business cards. Also, I have ribbon. This ribbon is thicker than I would use. As you can see, I would prefer probably, I think, a 2/3 of this ribbon size, which is, this is a 7/8 inch. That's too big. I'm looking at either a 1/2 inch, no bigger than 3/4 of an inch, but I would say a 1/2 inch is probably the best. Binding, something that has the finished edge on both sides, so that that it's not necessary to have to sew that to add it to the strut caddy. Again, I'm going to start with the 3-piece use, just because it's a little easier to see what the end product is with this, the way that I'm going to be doing it. So these are 3 squares, 3 rectangles, the same width and length. I want them to at least be as long as this 4.5 inch phone, so that's why it's the size that it is. iPhones are about 4 and 1/3. So I'm going to make it so that it's that a little bit bigger than this, so it'll fit the iPhone. The iPhone's is about the biggest. And this Samsung Galaxy is about the same size too, which I'm filming from this, so I can't actually show you the size of it, but it's a little bit bigger than my my T-Mobile Samsung that I have here, the Google phone. Yeah. So we're going to take these 3 pieces, put these 2 are the back. The 2 pieces here are the back and the front. They're all the same, so that really doesn't matter. But inside, of course, will be the finished edge. This would be, if we were using material, if I was using material, this side and this side would be the right side of the fabric. And so those are going to be together. But I'm going to make an insert in here with this piece, and it's only actually going to be halfway down. Normally I would have finished this edge, but since this is already, with this felt that I'm using, it's already finished. If you have a product that has a finished edge, this is going to form the pocket inside of the right side of the inside of the pocket, the caddy. Or the strut pocket. So that's going to actually be in here like this. with this right here. And then at the end, there's going to be a bottom bottom piece that I'm going to use this part for to form the. So I guess I need actually 4 pieces to form this. But in any event, I'll show you this far what's going on. So I sewed the 3 pieces together here. As you can see, this is my stitching around. Ends here on both sides. But see there? That's what I'm going to turn it inside out. I'm going to tone that last video down because that was too long. I apologize. I'm going to try to edit this together. In any event, I turned it inside out. Have my 2 flaps on both triangles on both sides. That will form the expander for the foam, so that it'll take a foam from a 1/4 of an inch wide to 3/4 of an inch wide. Okay, so I'm going to sew these the bottom flap on here, and that portion will be done. And also, I'm going to insert the cardboard in the back, so that it'll be a nice firm back against the waistline. Now I'm going to add my buckles, putting the female on the bottom and the attaching the to the straps here, the white straps, just using contrasting colors so you'll see it. The straps are what we're going to use with ribbon or binding, but in this case I'm using the white so you can see the contrast of how it's going to be put on. Okay, and on the top will be again the male that can be adjusted. Now I do not have adjusters like a bra adjuster to do the top one, so we'll have to find something that will allow you to adjust it, but I don't have anything that will adjust it at this point. So I have the straps here, getting ready to hook them to the strut. So here is the back, place for your belt loops to go. And here is the front. Of course, I need to finish these edges better, or actually, I'll leave that up to you. You have the better machines. Here's a little pocket for your cards, and let me show you how it's used. So here's your strut. Again, need something for the belt loop. That is here. Hold on, let me figure out how to do that. Belt loop.
Here's the 7-day forecast. Tomorrow, a little fog at the beach.
Belt loops.
And then a lot of clouds start coming in.
Then, of course, you need space for your credit card, business cards, and here's the phone pocket up in the front, and then we're going to latch it. Hold on. So here's your strap. Again, need something for the belt loop. That is here. Hold on, let me figure out how to do that. Belt loop.
Here's the 7-day forecast. Tomorrow, a little fog at the beach.
Belt loops.
And then a lot of clouds start coming in.
Then, of course, you need space for your credit card, business cards, And here's the phone pocket up in the front, and then we're going to latch it. Hold on. So here's my phone on the strut caddy. Holla.